So that was fun, looking at the code and looking at how you can download it and have a look at it. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start coding from scratch. Okay, I'm gonna explain you everything step by step, and we're gonna reach that final point. So let's walk along. So first thing is, open your Visual Studio Code, and you'll have to open a specific folder where you want to work this project on. So open folder, just have a specific folder where you want to work. I'm going to select this JavaScript DOM folder, and I'm not going to go into this project folder, so I'm going to just select the JavaScript DOM folder. So in this left panel, it's going to show me what are the files and folders in this JavaScript DOM folder. I already have that project folder, so it is showing me that. If you have any other files, it will show there, or it will be empty. Now just right click there, okay, and click on new folder. And once you click on it, just give it any unique name, say project walkthrough. Hit enter, and now if you right click here and you create anything, it is going to get created inside the project walkthrough folder. So now let's create our first file, which is index.html. So click on new file and hit index.html. So this is the HTML file which we have created, and we're going to start writing the HTML code inside here. So Visual Studio Code comes with this Emmet extension, which means it helps you writing code faster. Okay, so I'm planning to do a separate series or video series on Emmet on my YouTube channel. Please check it out. It is youtube.com/c/developer Tharun. Okay, I'm gonna do Emmet series there, which means, say for example, if I type HTML:5 and if I hit enter, it is going to develop all of this code for us. We need not type this code. So similarly, there are even more amazing ways in which you can use it. Say for example, if I do here, say div dot, and if I say header and if I hit enter, it's going to create that div with class header. Okay, similar way you can create UL, li, you can generate the classes and IDs for them, etc, etc. Emmet is so amazingly useful for day-to-day programmer who's doing web development. So these things apart, what I wanted to do here is I just wanted to get this basic layout of this every HTML document. So for that, what I did was HTML:5 and I hit enter. So it gave me this. So we have the doc type, we have the HTML lang, that is fine. We have this meta tag, which is to make our site responsive even to mobile screens. So when the same website is used on mobile, it is gonna scale down and it is gonna become as if it is it was a mobile app. Okay, it is gonna zoom in and it is gonna do its stuff. So for that, what we need to do is we have to just fill this part. Okay, content width equals to device hyphen width. By the way, Emmet usage is not mandatory. You can yourself type this entire code, but why do you want to reinvent the wheel? So that's again up to you. So let us give us a title. So it would be stick it notes. Okay, so this is the title, and we have the body. So this is where the content of the website goes in. Okay, body. This is all head tag. Okay, which has this title and meta tags. Now what is meta tag? Meta is nothing but in data about data. Okay, so these meta tags give information about our website. It gives details about our website. It gives few instructions. So that is with meta tag, and inside the body tag is the whole content of the website. So first, what we're going to start is, let us create a div, okay, with ID of heading. Okay, so we have a div now, and inside this we're going to have h1, which says stick it notes. So it is the h1. Now let's have a p tag with ID ts. Okay, and we're gonna just have it like by Tharun Shiv. So this is the div and h1 and p which we have. So after this, what we're gonna do is, before proceeding on further, it is always a good habit to spin up the live server. In case if you haven't installed the live server, just go to the extensions and type live server and install it. You'll be able to access it here. Otherwise, just right click and hit open with live server. So it will open this HTML page in a browser. Let us wait for it. So it has opened. So let's just cut this and open it with Google Chrome. Okay, so this is what we have now. Let us put it to a side and open this here. Great. So we have that. Now what are we gonna type next? Now we wanted to have a form, right, for the user to enter, and we wanted the ticket. We wanted the ticket notes to come up. So let us start typing the form here. So the form would be again a div with an ID, say form, okay, and this is the form. And again we're gonna have the form inside this div. So form ID of input form. In case you didn't know HTML much, this div is nothing but they are like just they are just grouping elements so that you can apply certain styles to this entire group. That is what we are doing. And here again we have this form group within which the form is gonna go, and form you will see how it is going to show up. Okay, and in this form we can remove this action part. Okay, so we have the ID and we have the form. So within this form we have to give the input boxes. So we are going to have two text boxes and a button. So let's give the first input. We have the input, and the type of the input is going to be text. So input type is a text. We're going to give it a name. Let's give it a name of say title. Okay, and an ID to it. The ID would be new note title input. Okay, and let us also give it a class of input text. Okay, and let us give it a placeholder. Let me show it to you without placeholder, then you would know why we need one. So I've saved this. It would appear here. If you see, it is just a blank box and it doesn't have anything inside as of now. So if I give placeholder equals to, say I want to give it as title, and if I go here you can see this title here, isn't it? Let me zoom it in. So you can see this title inside. So that is what placeholder does. So we have given the placeholder. Now what I want to do is I want to give autocomplete equals to off. The reason why I gave this is I have not yet saved this document. Let me go there, and if I click it here, it's going to show me few suggestions here. Okay, what if I didn't want those suggestions? Okay, they are sometimes annoying. So I gave autocomplete equal to off. Once I saved it, you see I'm not getting any suggestions. So that is a good trick. You can use it for any website. And we don't want the user to proceed without entering any title. So I'm going to mention it as required, and I'm going to give it autofocus, which means that once this page is loaded, okay, I want the cursor to automatically go sit there. You see the cursor is already there when I refresh the page or get to this page for the first time. So that was with the input one. Now we're going to copy the same and we're going to create another input box. Okay, and this is going to be for the content of the note. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this. We can keep it. We can keep the title. I mean, we can keep the type, and name we can change it to content, and ID we can change it to new note body input, and then we can have placeholder equals to content, and we can have the class as input text, and we can autocomplete, and required, it is required, and autofocus we can remove it because we need only one input box to be autofocused at a time. So if we look at the website, we have the title and we have the content. That's sweet. Now what we need to do is, once the user enters these input, we want him to submit it, right? We want that ability. So the way you do that is by using button type equals to submit, class equals to btn. Okay, and this creates a button for us, and we are going to give in the name of create note, and which is gonna show up here as create note. Okay, so as of now, yeah, if you see it gives us like, please fill out this field. If I click enter, it's telling this also should be filled. That is because of this required. Okay, now you know the use. So the form is done. Okay, so this is the basic form structure of this website. And after this, the content, we need some more content, right? After the form, first of all, when there are absolutely no notes, we want to show that there are no notes in the website, isn't it? So for example, let us go to the actual hosting website. You can also go to that. It is bit.ly-stick-it-notes, and once I go into it, as of now there are notes, but if I remove these, you see that we are getting no notes found, add one, isn't it? So we need that feature here. So for that, let's write the HTML. So let us give h3 with id of no-notes. Okay, and it takes us inside, and let's just type no notes found, add one. Okay, so that is a h3. So that should be displayed if none of the nodes are found. But as of now, none of these are functional because we need to enable CSS and JavaScript for these to work. But HTML, as you know, is the skeleton of the website, so we are building that. So h3 is done. Now just one more thing left out. Okay, so we have notes, right? The user is entering in the title and content, and the notes are appearing. So what are the notes actually? They are nothing but unordered lists. Okay, and each of the note there is a list item. So if you have done previously HTML, you will know that UL stands for unordered list and LI is a list item. So we are going to implement that. So we're going to have UL, okay, with id of notes, and inside this, each and every li tag is going to be a note. Each and every li tag is going to become a note, single note. So that is what we are gonna see. Okay, but as of now, that is all for this tutorial, because we have seen a lot of HTML being written. If you have any doubt in these, please feel free to ask me. Since this is a JavaScript course, I might be a little bit fast on this HTML part, okay, but still feel free to ask me about it. So that is all for this video. See you all in the next video. Thank you for joining.